Today we're going to walk through some of the important sections on RVToad.com. Here we are on the home page. We can scroll through this real quick. If you want to search the listings, click there. If you need to learn how to sell, there's another video. You can use the RVToad database straight out of here. We'll go through where you can also find that in another place. You can list your vehicle again and explore other guides there. Here's a few of the newest vehicles that are available. And if you need to, terms and conditions, privacy policy, if you need to contact us. The first section you'll see is buy a Toad. So if you're interested in buying a flat tow vehicle for your motorhome, you want to start here. We can also just scroll through and see what vehicles are available. Sometimes it's nice to see what's out there. So again, back to the filters. If you know exactly what you want, you can click through. If you have a price range you want to stay within, you can click through your price range. And then of course you could do your search here. I like to filter because sometimes you'll get additional results that you were not expecting. On the location, we focus on states. So you can just click through the different states that you're willing to drive to and see what's available. If you have a weight limit on your motorhome, you can see that you can filter also by the maximum weight that you want to tow. And down below, you can find some additional information about flat towing. You can link to our database if you want to search vehicles. So let's say we wanted a truck and we know we wanted it to be a Ford. So you can see it's narrowed down. I'm not currently logged in, so I'm seeing this message. Description, the rest of the info here that you can browse through. And a couple little notes here if you want to read through them. They're good tips on making sure you're safe. So we'll log in. Now you see we can message the seller right here. So if I click message the seller, this will take me to my messaging dashboard, which we can go back and forth and message them as needed. Now going to sell a Toad, we have another video on this, but if you come up and you need to sell one, you can go through that. It's a pretty simple process, or you can watch the other video and see how that works. Then in the research section, this is where you can find some useful information on all different kind of things relating to flat towing. So if you click the research, it'll take you to the generic page that has the most up-to-date recent posts here. There's categories, and you can browse through those. Okay, so we have landed on the RVToad flat tow vehicle database. So some useful information up top. I recommend reading through that about transmissions. Just some good info there to run through real quick. And this is the basic search bar. You can search all different terms in there and see what comes up. This is the weight filter. So if you can only tow less than 3,000 pounds with your RV, then you want to click that and you can browse all the vehicles available. And then the years, let's say you don't want an old vehicle, you want something newer than 2025, that'll give you the most recent vehicles there. So let's just say we are really limited and we can only do 3,000. So I'll go ahead and click that, and I don't want anything newer, older than a 2020. A Honda Fit here, 07 to 20. You see the weight, you see the transmission, and the miles per gallon rating. So you can get that info there if you need to daily drive it. If you want something fuel efficient, that'll give you some information there. So go ahead and look through. For your application, it might be a truck, it might be an SUV, whatever you want to do, you can go ahead and look through all the options in here. And if you find something you're looking for, then you can go ahead and click view listings. That'll take you to the listings that are available right now. The vast amount of cars in here, we're not going to have listings on everything, but at least that allows you to browse them real quick if there's anything available, and you can look through and see the pricing on what is out there. Okay, so now we scroll over the research again, and we can go specifically to vehicle articles. So you'll see that again, then you see this top 10 best is what's available right now on these articles. So you can browse those, flat tow information, in the flat tow information section, see a little glossary so you can see terms if you're confused about weird terms people are using regarding flat towing. You can browse through there and see all those. Some crossing the border, flat towing information, mileage geo odometer, some good articles in here to read through. Finally, in the flat tow products, this will be a section where we will recommend products that we've used and have success with. Also just some information on the various items out there, so some of the protection equipment between your RV and your Toad. And also you will see a cost calculator. So if you have your RV and you're wondering, oh, I have a Jeep Wrangler and I want to know how much it's going to cost to set it up, go ahead and run through that and you can get an idea. Obviously not exact with your taxes and with which products you choose, but it gives you an idea of how much you're going to need to invest versus buying a car that already is equipped with all the equipment. In the About section, we have an iPhone converter. On the selling video that we posted, you can see that sometimes there is issues with iPhone photos just because of the format that they use. So there's a converter on here and it gives you some information on how to turn them into JPEGs if you need to. And if you need to contact us, you can always click and send us an email. We're always here to listen to what you guys want. On the dashboard, this is where all your info will be. So this profile has a couple listings, any favorited listings, you can save them there, any preferences, order history, and save searches. So you can also save searches and get notifications about when a specific vehicle comes up. That's also useful if you know exactly what vehicle you want. And another way to get to the messages is right here. And then if you want to submit a listing, you can find that right in here as well. So those are all the main sections that we've ran through on RVToad.com. Again, this is a tool for the motorhome community. That's why it was built. So we welcome any feedback and any information you guys have that you want uploaded on here. Just feel free to let us know, because that's what we're trying to do here, is get it all in one central place so we don't have to look around at 10, 20 different places. And you can buy them here, you can sell them here, peer-to-peer. So we're here to make this easier for everybody and create a very nice system to buy, sell, and research flat tow vehicles. Thanks for watching, and reach out if you have any questions or comments.